This video looks at the famous draw shot by Corey Deuel against Mika Immonen. Maybe you recognize the ball layout. Corey was shooting the 4 ball up table and needed to get shape on the 5 down table. If you want to see the original shot, a link can be found in the video description. I just got a new table with Simonis 860 cloth, which is pretty close to pro tournament conditions, so I wanted to see if I could duplicate Corey's shot. Here's my best attempt. Here it is again in slow motion. I'll be honest and admit that I didn't succeed on the first attempt like Corey. Also, I didn't get quite as much backspin as Corey, and the draw action on Corey's shot was delayed more than with my shot, partly because my table conditions are not quite as slick and fast as the TV table on which Corey was playing. After learning how difficult this shot is, I wondered why Corey chose this option when other options are available. The best answer I can come up with is that he just wanted to show off on the slick and fast conditions of the TV table. Maybe ESPN offered him extra cash if he pulled off some impressive crowd-pleasing shots. I'm just kidding. Corey probably chose the shot because he knew he could pull it off with realistic confidence in his ability. However, this would not have been the best option for most players. Now let's look at several shot alternatives that I explored. The first is a fairly natural option using outside English to go off 2 rails. Here's another good option if you are comfortable with inside English and you are playing on fast cloth and with cushions that react to the English without killing the cue ball too much. That shot was very easy for me to execute compared to Corey's shot. Here I'm using follow with a touch of inside to hold the cue ball inside the 7. Here I'm using follow with a touch of outside to swing wide of the 7. This option is a little risky with the cue ball coming so close to the side pocket. With a little more outside, we can hit above the side, but that sends us toward the 5 at an undesirable angle. And that's getting a little too close to our work. With a touch more outside, we can still go wide of the 7 and to the long side of the 5, but this is a fairly tight window. Which option would you choose? Would you go for Corey's shot? Try all of the options like I did. It's good practice. And if you have trouble with the shot Corey chose, you can make it a little bit easier by putting the cue ball closer like this. And if your table conditions are slower and stickier than pro tournament conditions, you might need to wax the cue ball or even spray it with silicone. That will simulate slicker and faster conditions, which is what Corey faced. With slick conditions, very little backspin is lost on the way to the object ball, and draw curve is delayed more, as with Corey's shot. Good luck! I hope you can bend the ball like Corey. Again, the link to his original shot is in the video description below.